Unless there's one, like, on the map I haven't noticed. Alright. I'm removing them now. Purple Hand. Flondir. He is celebrating. We did it! We killed them all!
There's a demon near the baroness!
Oh, shit. You've got this. You're the demon hunter, right?
No! They're not!
Alright, he's gonna go ahead and move defensively in front of you. The Purple Hand are actually all dead. Victor is all the way downtown. So he's gonna walk with you. Hi. And reload, because he probably has to at this point. Bruce. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
Okay.
Alright.
Shit, my mouse is all fucking up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Old mouse.
There's a little bit of a crowd forming here around this corner, but that's a-okay. The little outbuilding here is kind of in the way. That leads us to the bailiff.
Can fuck him up.
They have one last chance as he moves in to try to defend his lord. He has to move closer. And fails.
Boo.
Alexa.
I am going to run forward to about here-ish to see what's going on. My heavy armor prevents me from going any further, so that's all I can do.
Oh, yes. Gerhard.
Alright, let me check my move here real quick. I think I have a pretty good run. I have a run of 12, so that would give me 48 meters to move.
Yep.
But I mean,
There you go. You move to the front of the pack. The horror. We'll go ahead and attempt to eat this guard. And we'll make progress, because auto hits. There we go. It is... Oh! It can attack and cast a spell. Especially because it's not moving. So it'll go ahead and attempt that. So if it can finish this guy off immediately. A 10. The guard is finished off in a blaze of purple fire, and you can see the light of it stretch out from inside the building as you hear the cries of human men. Gustav.
Oh.
You're all the way downtown.
Shoot him!
And I will cast Lightning Bolt.
These guys are moving in ahead of you.
Oof, I thought... Yeah, nothing. Phew!
7,
7, 8,
9.
9, 10.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Woof.
15-pointer, though.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 4-point critical to its head. Do you end it
Aha!
now? I honestly probably should say that you can't quite hit it from here, but that's fine.
Oh.
You're shooting into the house through the open door, over a bunch of bodies. I gave line of sight, so it's okay.
Yeah, as long as I have 11 Saint's Magic Bolt, I...
Yeah. It doesn't matter how much weird stuff is in the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy!
nice.
Roll me that 1d10, would you?
10, 10, 10, 10.
6!
Still 6. Still good.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a snail for 6 rounds. I believe on that, we could probably go ahead and end it right here then, because you can definitely lightning bolt in 6 more rounds. And probably before anyone else can get there too. Has thrown his family. Do you want to go ahead and give the coup de grace then?
Sure.
As long as you don't fuck it up, but you have 4 dice to hit 10. That's really hard. Honestly, don't think you can fail it.
Oh,
Well,
Alright, go ahead and describe how this gets finished off.
it's burned to a crisp, a pink crisp, and dissolved into a kind of red pinkish goo.
Alright. It dissolves into goo, the heat of the lightning literally melting it to bits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and close a bunch of these pages
Hmm.
and read what happens next.
It tastes like strawberry.
Mother,
Oh,
father,
he tasted
don't
him. He
touch
heard it. Now he's a mutant now.
Mother, father, don't
Yes.
touch it. It's pure evil.
So as the
And they
last
touched
demon
it.
there
I get
goes
that
down,
reference.
and you can see the bailiff just covered in pink goo from the explosion. Everyone can see the skies light up, and Gustav most of all can feel it as the air becomes tinged blue and red with magic all throughout the city. From the Mages Guild, you can all see the sky above parting in a pillar of red fire and blue lightning that spreads out across the sky and comes back down. Lightning strikes in the district around you, and you can hear the cries of what must undoubtedly be targets, striking down any mutants that remain,
Yay!
and that might have been trying to flee from the Midden plots.
Victory!
Across town, you can see fire rain down, bringing light to the night sky before landing deep in a far-off district, with only wisps of smoke afterward from their impact. And as all this is
Victory!
happening, of course, the bailiff staggers out, covered in armor, to the front, and walks over the bloody corpses to watch the event with Gustav.
Yay! Victory! Yay! Woo! We did it!
Hey.
How's your balls?
Hmm?
I said, how's your balls?
They're fine. I know I can knock up everyone I want. I'll never have bastard child.
Well, no, I don't think you can knock up anyone you want. You
Yeah,
can't
no,
knock
sorry.
up
Yeah,
anybody.
I can lay with I can lay with anyone I want without child. I have white hair.
Pretty sure that wasn't a problem for you, Gustav.
No, that wasn't. And I have white hair. I've become a mage Gerald. I mean, mage Witcher.
Your mage what?
Witcher.
Which mage
I
we
thought
talking about?
Yeah, I thought we got rid of Witcher references last game.
No,
No, we're never leaving those.
never.
Yeah,
But,
we meet we meet the bailiff at a mountain of bodies.
Yeah. Gerhard is coming up behind you, Gustav, and giving you a pat on the shoulder. You've really grown since I first saw you. Or you were just carrying around those books.
Yeah.
Good to see it all paid off.
Well, I'm sad many people died, but we did not yield to chaos this day, and that's a victory for all the Empire.
Is saved.
Yeah, looking at the bodies around you, you've literally lost half of your own forces. And
They will-
all of the town guards that were protecting this area are gone.
They will be missed.
Died a
It's a road to the
hero's
city.
death.
Yeah, they died.
I think they're chunkier than Mist.
What?
Mist doesn't tend to be as chunky as bodies get to be.
You...
Frankfurt steps up and says, "This has been a blow to the city, but nothing if only an act of terror. This was clearly a desperation move, an attempt to turn whatever inertia was here to an assassination. I'm only glad that you got here in time. If but one more of those demons could have entered the palace, I would undoubtedly be dead."
Well, we did that what had to be done. I didn't thought we were going to be able to pull it off, but we did.
I can only give you but the greatest thanks of this city. But it looks like by the sight of that light show, I think the wizards may have the rest of this in hand.
I hope so.
I can think of something that you might be able to thank me with, apart from words.
I would be more than happy to gift each and every one of you here with whatever your hearts might desire. But perhaps I should make sure the scenario is safe first. If you wish, please meet with me tomorrow.
Yes,
Then come with me today to make sure the cities are clear.
I will.
I'll need to gather up the guards from the walls. At the very least, there wasn't an adjoining attack. Alright, and with half half of the refugees dead, or half of the
Hey!
citizens.
Look, Novice, there is a place for refugees.
Oh yeah, there totally is.
Yeah, no one got food problem too. So, win-win.
Let's see, can I change this place to red? The Wind District is utterly destroyed. That is a fact of this event. The alt market and alt quarter have likewise been a little bit annihilated thanks to all the action.
Jeez.
But Granny survived.
She did!
Free to use her
Uh.
cursed book wherever she likes.
Hey, now, you gave up that curse book at some point.
I don't know. I don't even know. I think that's not even the same woman. I think she died, didn't she? To the wolves.
Who?
Oh, she fell asleep and the wolves walked away.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that was quite some time.
Also, who knows what happened to that book?
Well, the city is saved, and the worst areas, I think, have been clear cut now to be rebuilt.
Yeah, there's been some ravaging happening around the city. Many people are dead. However, damage to infrastructure is rather light, fortunately. No one necessarily did more than light some fires.
Ooh.
My house seems fine.
This is
Oh,
mine.
yeah. Actually, well, no one bothers to go check up on Berthold's house, do they?
I mean, I don't know where that is, so...
The only person who does is an NPC.
Go ahead and get rid of all these tokens off the map.
Well, actually,
Victor
the only
is
two
gonna
people
go
do.
back home to one of his inns. And I'm just gonna say he's still in the same area for convenience. All these dudes are gone. And I don't need these guys on the table. Alright. Alright, so with all that, I'm gonna remove initiative. And the city settles down for the night. Though many are dead. Do any of you wish to do anything before the night finishes resolving?
Rest!
I need to see a physician.
Were you already healed tonight once? I know someone was. I know Gustav was for sure, but I wasn't sure if you did.
No, she didn't heal me before she healed Gustav.
Well, I mean, like, physician care. You did receive any, or...
I honestly can't remember. So we'll say that I did.
Okay, so you
I
can
need
definitely
to get-
handle that tomorrow, then.
Yeah, I actually
At that
need
point,
brain
you'll have a good
surgery.
chance.
My brain don't work right.
Okay. So with the guards patrolling the city, moving in from the walls now to make sure it's clear, put out fires, and send people back to their home. You all rest, and it comes to another bright new day. Day of new beginnings, and of me resetting the counter for Morsleb. Alright. So at this point, there's probably going to be a fair bit of extended downtime. So I do want to ask, what are the people in Middenheim going to do for their first week here? What's their
Help,
next week going to contain?
help rebuild, heal the refugees at the Temple of Shalia, and yeah, help around.
Okay, so you are going to work on potions. Is there a check we can make for that?
Uh, there is, but
And we'll just
I mean,
obviate it, I
I'll probably just
You
create,
got like 60 intelligence right now, right?
yeah, 70.
Have you ever gotten the recipe for anything yet?
I mean, it's assume I can borrow them from the Alchemist Guild.
Right,
and-
while like helping the temple, they are willing to let you use their recipes while you're
Yeah.
there helping them, but obviously they're not going to let you take it away and use it
No.
yourself.
Yeah.
What about you, Alexa?
Well, as far as a reward would go, Alexa would choose a fine Kislevite warhorse with saddle, harness, and a couple weapons. And if the bailiff is feeling particularly generous, he'll throw in a wagon. um,
Well, I suppose you'll
but
be
she,
happy and perhaps sad to know that many of the Kislevites that might have been in the city in the Wind District have undoubtedly died and left behind some of their possessions. We've claimed them, so you're free to take them then as your reward.
I'll
Okay.
Gustav will probably ask for a small place to live, small house, something that is nothing fancy.
Absolutely. Where would you like a house, Gustav?
Maybe in Westgate, Sudgarten,
Uh,
or in no, Riksman is for noble, right?
Grafsmund and Northgarden are for like all the super nobles. Ulrichsmund is not sure what the real nature of the district is. But you could have a house there.
Yeah, a small thing, nothing too big.
I'll give you this little tiny parkside house.
and the last part I want is to see the whoever the surgeon is for the bailiff. I need a surgeon to do
Not
on
light
me.
things on fire.
Absolutely. You may wait with our men and receive healing in the barracks. Or well,
This is a
what
little
remains
bit
of
more
it.
extensive. It's more
Yeah.
of to cure my sudden interest in fire.
It's more open. Let's
he
open
kind
a
of
skull.
like raises a big eyebrows. There are very few people who could claim to do such things, and I'm not
you're the
quite one to trust them.
but you're the bailiff of Middenheim. Surely you must know of the best medical care that's still available.
That I do. I know there is a retreat used by the nobles. They claim it calms some of their nerves. I think there might be someone there who could perhaps help you. But it's a bit beyond my own expertise. However, I could definitely pay for your way there.
Thank you.
I expect you might stay there at least a week.
Yes, as they operate on my brain.
Yeah. Alright. So, do we want to go ahead and pull up the brain operation rules?
Yeah. So
What
it
page
does give you.
was that on for...
I know for surgery, it's under surgery and healing, but to cure an insanity, it's a very hard check.
Mm-hmm.
So, in really good conditions, it gives you like +10 or +20,
Right.
and then of course surgery gives you +20, and then heal. It's a heal check essentially.
I know there's a chart that at least tells what happens, like,
Yeah, botched surgery roll is the chart.
do you know which page it's on?
Take a look. I had it bookmarked,
It's
and
in
then
the
I
insanities
closed it.
area.
Yeah, so it's near the back.
Yeah, I see, like, the, insanity page itself, not like the other charts. Host of Fiends, Knives of Memory, these are just other things that happen to you. Using
There it is,
insanity, role-playing... Oh, here we go,
209.
botched surgery, I see it.
Very hard check. So you'd have to
Patient
figure out what
cured
the
of one
skill.
insanity, very hard check. That is a minus how much?
-30, I think.
Okay. So, if I say they are a brilliant, talented surgeon, I would think that one that treats nobles has at least 70 to begin with.
Well, you can also check for hirelings under the armory, the old world armory
Mhm.
positions.
Right, but that just like suggests having like a number of advancements and stuff, I think. Not a
Yes.
particular like, skill check to them. But 70 still feels pretty generous here, I think.
Let's take a look, because I know you can hire a physician that has like 16 advances or something like that,
Hmm.
and then it'll give you the numbers for that. So let's just quick see if I can find it. Mercenaries, manservants, soldiers, physicians. Here we go. An ex-student with 18 advances of an intelligence, which would be a heal check is intelligence based, so their base is 57%. They have heal, so plus 10%, so 67%.
Hmm.
Have the surgery. The surgery talent will give you, I think, plus 20 towards surgery.
All right,
So-
plus 20. So we'd
So
be
it'd
at
be
87 then? And then minus 30
minus
off
30.
that.
And then plus any. If it's a really clean and modern laboratory or
All right, so
surgery.
I'll give him additional 10 for the laboratory here.
Okay.
It is very nice. So they're going to be rolling versus 67
So I
for
have a
insanity surgery.
2/3 that 2/3 or 66% chance that it'll work.
All right, they're trying to cure you of your insanity. And this isn't quack medicine, which is also apparently an option, but also just not likely to work. So let's see if he botches it.
Can I use a fate point?
I will allow you to use a fate point to not die under the knife here. So
Yeah.
I will roll it again, and we'll see.
Oh, come on.
Actually,
Come on. Don't kill Alexa, please.
Actually, that would be like if it was a fortune point. Would a fate point just let it succeed then?
If that's how you want to interpret it, sure.
I mean, like, I really don't know. Like, I was saying, like, a little earlier, it's hard to interpret how I should be using them here.
Just wants this away. I don't want this insanity anymore, please.
Yeah, tell you what, I'll go for the reroll.
Okay. Oh, come on!
Jeez, no!
Nice knowing you, Alexa.
Alright, but because of the fate point, they will not kill you in the process.
So you
Oh.
had a bad day. Take a look around.
I hate it when they thrash. The patient must make a toughness test or die. Even if they survive, lose 1d10 permanently in intelligence. And gain 1d0 insanity?
Die.
Alright, well, you spent your fate point. So the doctor prevents you from bleeding out enough to save your life. However, you will roll 1d10 to lose intelligence. 1. Okay, that's very modest. And it says 0, but I'm gonna say 1d10 for insanity points.
Oh, snap.
1.
That's the best I
Okay.
could have possibly rolled.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Wait, are you rolling? You're rolling 1d10 or just d10? Like,
It says 1d0, but I think that's a typo.
oh no, yeah, it's fine. No.
Yeah. You're just saying
Oh.
what you would have gotten?
I guess if you'll allow me again, I kind of want to have this fixed.
Oh.
So
Yeah, you can with like another week at the resort if you want.
sure.
They have to make sure that you're healed and safe and healthy before putting you under surgery again, as they give you a brain.
Yeah.
So this would be basically 2 weeks of your downtime here then. So
Okay.
let's see
So
if they
they-
can succeed a second time.
Please, God, thank you. I've lost
And
my
during the
firebug.
second week, they do. They
Oh.
cure you of your insanity by opening up your brain and poking and prodding it with metal and putting holy water upon it. and giving like a little bit of garlic to it, just to make sure that all the evil spirits evaporate from your brain. Somehow it works. Somehow you feel a little clearer, and with all of your time resting and relaxing here at this nice little resort, you feel better.
Okay, good.
All right. Gustav, what are you doing?
Still amping the city, throwing
Alright, so you're
myself.
still helping the city.
Yep.
Of note, you are most consciously aware that a lot of the refugees that are coming through are talking about where they're going next. A lot of them are saying that they're going to Grimmenhagen, and some of them are saying that they're going to Bade Esselberg once they gather up their
No!
stuff.
No! Don't do that, it's dangerous out there.
One of them looks over to you, it's like, well, I got to.
Why?
To that, he will kind of like look away and scratch the back of his head, cause, yeah, my family's out there, yeah.
You signed, didn't you?
Uh, no, I didn't sign any, no,
You signed.
no, definitely
You
not.
signed!
No, I was scared.
It's alright.
The only reason I lived.
So, the only reason you lived is because people rose up to chaos.
That's not what they said.
Or the lie. Liars. Yeah, if they signed, I can't do anything for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just, yeah.
I still gotta go, though. I'm
It's
still
fine.
scared of that, but to be better than having died that night. Nobody really knows what to do for weapons or who's gonna lead us, but we're gonna go out there. The ones going
Well,
to Bait S will at least say that they got a place, or at least
I'm
think they will.
I'm gonna make refugee convoy and escort one of them, so they don't go one by one and get killed on the
Would
road.
you would you help us?
Yes.
Oh, please, thank you. And he'll like just reach up and hug you. One of the heroes of Middenheim with us. I feel so much safer already. Can I keep hugging you?
Uh, sure.
He gives you like another squeeze. I'm gonna tell everyone we're gonna have a wizard with us, and we're gonna take Grimmenhagen. Yeah.
Uh, yes, I'm doing this now.
All right. With a little more conversation, you get the feeling that they're going to take something like a month to organize, train, make sure everyone has equipment, and then get out there.
It's very fine.
And at the end of this week, you may have your wizards for the next week, as they will end up arriving.
Ah, good.
Jades from the city of Altdorf. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does the big empire say? Yeah, totally Altdorf. Gotta check, make sure I'm right. Gotta check. Yes, Altdorf. Okay, I'm not a nerd, I swear. Okay. While this is all happening in the city, and you two have some time to prepare and help settle things, Berthold and Mordrin, you spent a week getting over to Delbriz, and you had spent one of your days announcing your presence and your plans to everyone, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's where we left off. And the following day, are you going to make the same announcement again?
Well, I'd already done it multiple times during that day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what the announcement was exactly. It was like to just meet on like one side of the river or something, or
I do not remember anymore. I was in
Alright,
the
you
moment
want to
then.
make like a brand new one and tell them where you want them to go?
Well, I assume it would have been to gather up. But since I can talk to 500 people at a time, or I can
Yeah.
charm 500 people at a time, I was...
Yeah, I think that was the idea. You were basically just trying to do it enough times to make sure it reaches everyone's ears.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And as you come down from one of the towers, Give me a perception check.
Well, I didn't think I was playing Bert today, so hold on a sec.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Mordrin can give a perception check too, since he's there.
Of the 3 sheets I had open, Bert wasn't one of them.
Alright, so, Berthold, you notice sort of like in the crowds across the river, starting to come towards you is sort of a familiar figure. Someone you know. Your sister. Looks like she's heading to this side, and by the time you get down from atop the tower, she's down there at the bottom too, kind of like slurking around the corner, trying to catch you off guard, but you kind of spot her immediately. I thought I'd get you this time.
Dear sister, what are you doing here?
She goes out and like holds out her arms for a hug. It's like looking for a hug for my brother, of course. What do you think? Come here. Bring it in, come on.
Sure, I will very carefully hug her around the waist.
The Lannisters send their regard. Shank!
Does that
No, I'm not punching her. I'm not attacking her.
okay. Okay, so it doesn't okay. So that's fine then. So you give her a little hug, and she like gives you like a huge squeeze and like tries picking you up like half an inch off the ground and sets you back down. So you're back already, but it seems like you've only come back for business, huh?
Yes, I've come back to alleviate the problems of Delbriz by taking this refugee population somewhere safer.
Somewhere, she says, like holding up quotation marks.
Where did
Just
you
like
get
being
those?
cryptic, don't you?
Where did you get those quotation marks? Who around here is forging quotation marks?
Oh, you see, I know a guy across the river. He does them real cheap. Got like a whole box of them.
How does
You
he
want a
keep
few?
them?
You know, I got a couple to spare. You know.
Sure, I'll put them on large metal poles.
She'll like hand you over like an empty hand.
Where did you get this disembodied hand from?
Oh no, she in her empty hand holds her hand out and like pretends to give you.
No, you told me she gave me an empty hand. I'm demanding she tell me to me where she get this hand from.
Well, it's been
From an
part of
arm.
me my whole life, you see. And so, who's this little guy over here? Well, bless you.
I am but your brother's humble bodyguard, Mordrin Stonebones, at your service.
Oh, well, I figure he needs one. He's always been a little frail, haven't you? So, you're trying to, so where are you gonna take all these guys anyway? What's your angle here? You're always up to something.
What are you accusing me of?
I'm accusing you of, like, going on a whole plot. You got a plan. You always have a plan. Something big and grandiose and dramatic. You're not just gonna, like, take 2,000 people around with you and just, have a party, are you? I mean, if it was a
2,000?
party, I'd probably go.
You think I can't get all 2,500?
Well, it's more the fact I've been talking to Master Dunk, and, I don't think he's gonna tell everyone to, go anywhere without a little chat.
Okay.
Master Dunk is the, sort of de facto leader of the refugees on that side of the camp. He doesn't quite hold, like, any position, but he holds a lot of sway. But if you want, I can take you to talk to him.
Sure.
Oh, okay then. Well, just come right this way. And she will go ahead and lead you across the river into the sea of tents to a tent that is a little different from the others, a lot more sort of square and sturdy looking. And inside is a dwarf in a thick, heavy cloak. Oi, who's this then? You the guy up top making all the announcements?
Yes, I am Bertold Hartmann of the Delbriz Hartmans.
Yes, I know them. I know your parents.
And you know my sister. Apparently.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's always, over here trying to do what she can. She's a real gift to us.
Indeed, she is something special.
But I would hope that perhaps her, own good behavior reflects on your own. So tell me, what exactly is it that you want?
I have gathered a large number of displaced refugees within Middenheim, whose numbers rival those gathered here, and I have employed them, I have given them food, home, shelter, jobs, things to better improve their social standing as well as their physical standing to be able to supply them and their families a future for themselves through the power and dignity of work. And I intend to do much the same with those that reside here in Delbriz, though I intend to find a safe place with which they can call their own and expand upon this with future generations without having to fear the hateful gaze of hatred, chaos, mutations, greenskins, all those sorts of things.
Where exactly are you suggesting? Not Middenheim, are you? Place is as bad as here right now, I hear.
It is heavily congested, overcrowded, and suffering some major food shortages. No, I was thinking something along a nearby river, a fortified town that I had come across that is woefully mismanaged and could be used as a safe haven.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Where is that?
Grimmenhagen.
Kinda like chuckles a bit. That piece of rubble?
It's not rubble. It still exists. The Graf in charge holed himself up inside of the walls, and he yet survived. So clearly the walls are executable.
Well, not that I blame him, but, you know there's still chaos beasties out there, right? Big ol' hairy beastmen wander in the woods.
They wander
It's not.
everywhere, but there's not enough to be of a threat, given how small guard that he keeps on his person, that are managing to keep
Not
them
from.
at bay. At
Apparently frightening enough for him to stay in his keep all the time.
he stayed in his keep before this. As I said,
Oh
Grimmenhagen
yeah,
is
that was
woefully
back when the
mismanaged.
storm came through. And before that, the orcs. Before that, the goblins. There's quite a history of, nasty things out there. What kind of guarantee do you have that anyone's gonna be safe?
The same guarantee that you are not safe here, and yet you stay here, whereas I am offering the chance at walled shelter and a place to call your own.
You're gonna what? Build us all houses or something?
I've done it before.
He kind of like looks over to you, Mordrin. Is all this true?
As far as I've seen from what my lord does, yes.
As far as you've seen, what a ringing endorsement that is.
I've not known my lord that long, but he's done much good in the time that I've known him.
Hmm. Well, I want to think it over a little bit. Maybe I can see who here is willing to truly part and take the chance. But I just got one request if I'm gonna do that. Could I talk with this one here, he says, pointing to Mordrin. Alone.
He looks over at Berthold and then makes sure it's going to be okay before he says, if you wish.
I'll leave the tent.
Okay. When you leave the tent, your sister is outside and sort of like distracts you. So what do you say? What do you say? Meanwhile, on the inside, Mordrin, Dung gets up and walks around the small little table over to you. What's your name? I don't think I've caught it.
Mordrin of Clan Stonebones.
Stonebones. It's not a very large clan at all. Tell me, do you know what you are? Do you feel it?
Do I know what I am what?
Well, if we're going to be honest here, he'll go ahead and open up his robes and reveal the thickness beneath was obscuring his open chest, wherein there is a large, freakishly large tumor attached to it. You've been touched a bit by chaos too, haven't you?
Out of character. Looks like the time to play dumb is over, so he will now, in character, simply nod. He
Your
doesn't want
friend
to.
too. This thing tells me things.
Does it now?
Yes.
What else does it know about me?
Tells me that I think I can give you what you want. And I think you got the knack. At least I can feel it. Maybe it's telling me. I don't know anymore. Have you ever wanted to become a runesmith?
I have.
Before I left, I obtained the title of master. But with this thing, my time is short. I don't know if I'll last another Morsleb. So I need to pass it down to someone. I need to make sure that it's not in the wrong hands. I've made a deal. I could pass it all down to you if you accept. But you would have to promise me it would only be for the greater good of the world.
But of course, I may be touched, but not in the mind.
There's a bit of hope left for you before you reach my state. That perhaps we could fix your ailment.
Well, I've given up all hope of what happened to me being fixed. But if what you say is true, I will rekindle what lost ember there may be.
I'm glad there can still be hope in a heart as stout as ours. But if you agree, then I believe you should meet my friend. And you feel tiny hands on your shoulder,
Oh
and you're
no!
whispering in your ears,
No!
and see a tiny glint of red.
Yes.
Give me a willpower check.
Oh boy. Damn it. I'm
As
going to
your
use
eyes
a
glaze
fortune point.
over, as your understanding of things broadens, but you get nothing from it, and everything fades.
I said I was going to try and do a fortune point.
Oh, okay.
So one
See if
more.
you can manage.
Willpower this was? Yeah.
Yeah, willpower. Are you also rolling the captain or yourself?
I'm rolling Morden.
Okay, it just has you titled captain now. I should just take it all away. Was that a success? No, it wasn't.
I can only spend one fortune point per roll, can't I?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Uh, Oh, that's Burkhardt. Let me find the NPC real quick.
And because I was still posing as Captain Gerhard, I just
It-
switched back.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and take away controls, that's all. And Bruce. Nobody is in control of Bruce anymore. Okie doke. So your consciousness leaves. And Berthold, you spent a couple minutes outside talking to your sister. Give me a perception check. Alright, you don't hear anything. It doesn't seem weird. But you've kind of run out of conversation, and it's been a while. Nothing's happening. He hasn't come out yet.
I agreed to let him talk alone. It's been a while. I mean, it hasn't been forever.
Okay. And your sister will look up and go, "Oh, it's getting a little late. You wanna go get some dinner back at home?"
It has been a while, sure.
I'm sure your friend will catch up with you soon.
I'm sure.
Come on, we can go past the river. I promise not to dunk you into it this time.
You'd better not. These are pretty expensive clothes.
It'll dry out, I promise.
They will not dry out. These are not made to be dried out.
Live a little once in a while, come on. And she will take you back home. But after dinner, after spending some time with everyone, you don't see Mordrin anywhere. He doesn't come back.
Oh boy.
Mordrin, by the time you come back to consciousness, you see that you're kind of on the edge of the woods. And as you're coming to, you have an influx of knowledge. You understand things that you've never been told. You can feel things. And we'll cover later what exactly mechanically is going to happen here, because it's a little complex.
Okay.
But you will have access to smithing.
To
To
runesmithing?
runesmithing. Yeah.
Does this mean I don't have to pay the 200? Oh, it just means I get access to the career. Okay, never mind.
Correct. And
I
yeah,
figured
you
it out
won't
while I
have to
was,
pay because the person who would make you pay is nowhere to be seen.
and by pay you mean like monetarily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and not like experience points, because I had figured out the answer to my question while I was asking it.
Yeah. The only different thing, though, is that you feel a little cooler, and next to you is a letter. And it says that it is addressed to, one second. What is the full name here? Sungran Greybelt. Or can you even read?
Cannot read.
Still can't read. Okay. It is in Dwarven script, and it is a letter.
All right, he'll have to take that to Berthold, and maybe he can read it because he knows more about dwarves. So he'll pocket the letter, put it somewhere safe, and then try to orient himself and figure out how to get back to this.
Okay. It's not too far away. You actually see, like, the encampments for the refugees and can waddle back across the way. And they've seen you come and go with Berthold, so you have freedom to enter and leave as much as you wish.
Excellent.
So it's late by the time Berthold arrives back at your home. I mean, Mordrin arrives back at Berthold's home. What am I saying?
All right, is anybody home when Morden gets here?
Nope, it's all
It-
dead. We're all dead. There's corpses everywhere. Who knows what the fuck happened?
Oh gosh, why is it on the ceiling too? Oh no!
Okay, then I'll collect all the money that the dead bodies left and then get the fuck
They
out.
left no bodies. It looks like they were mugged. Looks like they were mugged. The house has been tossed, Mordrin.
They've been mugged for their
No.
bodies. How could they? Who could do that?
They took all of
No,
our toes. What the fuck is going on here?
they've all eaten dinner and have wound down for the evening, and it looks like some of them are actually retiring. But Berthold, you are still awake by the time he comes back. What do you two do or say to each other?
Apparently, we just sit there and stare at one another.
Just glares.
So, Berthold, who is that friend of yours I was talking to?
It's not. I don't. Not a friend of mine. I don't.
Well, I was talking to him. The conversation was interesting, and then I woke up in the woods.
Are you sure you were talking and not drinking?
Yes. I probably would have woke up in a gutter rather than the woods if I had been drinking.
I don't know. It's all woods on that side of the river.
Well, none the matter. I do have something I would like you to read for me if you would.
What is it?
Please. He'll produce the letter and hand it over.
The letter has a seal with a square with a line through it, and it says, "To Sungren Greybelt from Master Dunk Greybelt."
Wait a second. That other guy's name was Dunk. Are you Sungren Greybelt?
No, I just had this letter on me.
Dunk is the person that you just met.
That's literally what I just said, Griff.
I'm sorry, you kind of reversed it, so.
No, I said, are you Sungren Greybelt? If Dunk gave him this letter and it says to him, then I'm asking him if he is Sungren Greybelt.
Would Mordred know who Greybelt was? Because he had been to his forge before.
Yeah, you did purchase something from him before, so the name does ring a bell.
Well, I've been to his shop, so perhaps we should deliver him the letter.
Oh, so
It
he
was
didn't give
given
you
to me for
this.
a purpose.
He didn't give you this letter for you, then.
No, he gave it to me to deliver, apparently.
Okay.
I am just as much in the dark as you are.
Alright, well, I'll just slide it into a pocket or something.
Alright, you slide into the pocket and retire for the night, right?
Looks that way.
Alright. The next day you arise, and it seems like the other side of the river is sort of bustling and in movement. It looks like a lot of people are packing up. What do you do?
I don't know. I gave him time. He wanted time.
So nothing, no questions.
Again, here's the real problem: is that we're fast forwarding through a lot of stuff that I had planned to have months to go through, so I don't really have plans.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, this is just like day 3 of
No,
your
I
days
understand,
of
but like I
research.
said, I had intents to have time to go before this. I didn't have everything planned out, so on the moment, no, I don't have any idea what I'm doing next.
Okay. But at the very least, the people of Delbriz appear as if they are getting ready to leave, and they are asking for you and where you're going to go.
Well, they can follow me back to Middenheim then.
All right. So at 2 weeks and 3 days, you should end up back in Middenheim then.
Well, plus that other thing that's supposed to happen.
Um. Oh yeah, that's right. There's also 16 days in, so like 1 day before getting back, Morzeb arrives again, guys.
Oh, I actually meant something else, but what? Okay.
Oh, if it's something I'm forgetting, go ahead and send me a
The
text or something.
thing that was supposed to happen like a day after I got to Delbriz, or the day I got to Delbriz.
I'm blanking.
Hello?
Must have been in a note somewhere, and I've just like completely
Yeah.
forgotten it.
I thought you said I was blushing, and I was
Oh,
like, what?
No, you've already gotten that. That happened, like, instantly.
Okay, well, we never said anything about it. I didn't know if it was going to be...
I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. You already have it. You're good.
Okay. Well, alright.
Okay.
The words
So-
are on screen, I guess.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, it was never said out loud or anything. I thought there was going to be an event or something about it, but whatever. We're good. Keep going.
Yeah, at the time it would have made sense to do an event. But it's okay now. Still, so you will head back to Middenheim. And for week 3, that is going to occur then. Gustav, your
Yes.
wizards have arrived. Alexa, you're no longer insane, but you have to recover a little bit. Well, no, you spent like a week doing the surgery and recovery, so I think that covers it. You're fine now.
Yeah. So I will make the arrangements to get the Kislevite warhorse. Any barding by any chance? The
Yeah, you
horse.
could totally go buy barding if you want.
Oh, I mean, he said it was the result of the
Oh yeah, it totally has some barding left on it.
barding. Leather, studded leather, chain, and it's fuller half.
Gustav, did you ever request anything?
From who?
From the bailiff.
Bailiff.
Yeah, a small home, which is.
Oh yeah, you did. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just make
I'm-
sure.
No, I am happy with it.
Okay. By the looks of it, it looks like Gerhard had requested a number of weapons and has been out training in the Great Park recently with the number of refugees who want to leave.
Well, since my wizards are here, I'm gonna put them to work, and since we have a great park, I'm gonna ask the bailiff if we can, well, grow food in it, since it's a secure location.
Indeed, it would not be the first time that we've cultivated it, and honestly, it could probably use a good crop rotation.
So, yeah. I'm gonna...
And
Hmm?
I believe, if I recall how the spell worked, it ensured, quote, the next harvest would be
No.
bountiful.
No. They can grow plants. One year,
I
one...
just need to like figure out what the exact text of it is. Do you have the page that's on?
Let's...
Because I
let
found
me-
one of them, but apparently I didn't find the other one.
Warhammer, because I didn't open my Realms of Sorcery for a long time. Just me, sorry.
Oh, you're using Realms of Sorcery, so it would have been a different one.
Yes. Magical Lore. Lore of Death.
Keep tabs on runesmithing, so I'm gonna just take your word for whatever you say.
Law of Life. No. Vital Growth. 2 full action. After casting for 1 full action, you can send on a living plant of seed with an average. While you continue to focus, the plants grow at great speed after day has passed for every additional full action you take concentrating. A season worth of crop can thus grow in about 15 minutes. And in an hour, a tree will show great year's growth. So yeah, they're gonna do this all day, unfortunately, like focus,
Oh, yeah.
make plants grow, and
They can be here for the whole week, and they merely need a little bit of direction to get going.
Yeah. So I'll help them.
Getting the wagon loaded with all of your personal effects and some livestock.
And I think the other thing too is to she does have gear. Looking for people who want to become militia.
Ooh, yes, you can make a profit. And in fact, since you guys have been in the city, how about you guys make a profit real quick? Let me go and see how much money that is for you guys. Session 8, 7, which one is it? Maybe it was 6? It was some amount of money. Why do I keep losing track of this number? This is like the number we come back to, like the absolute most. Do. Unless you guys happen to remember how much money you make.
Yeah.
Not offhand.
Oh, here we go. For craftsman specialist, want to go ahead and give me a check for the week then?
I'm gonna forego it just because I'm resting and whatnot.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and take it casually, you can go ahead and receive 210 pence. And Gustav, do you want to make a roll?
No, I'm helping people. I have enough to eat. I'm fine with it.
Okay then. So you double back, make sure everyone is healed. So that'll mean that everyone who's in the city and will come back will be in good health. Do you want to go ahead and choose 3 districts to improve while you're busy, quote, helping the city?
Well, the district have been destroyed.
Alright. So you go ahead and work on those to try to clear out the dead bodies here.
Yeah.
And they will go back to yellow for each action that you've taken. So before you end up leaving, you help the city rebuild and recover some.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So you spent 3 weeks helping people, and Alexa, you've spent 2 weeks recovering, and then a week selling stuff to people who are going to head out.
Yes, because maybe getting my own little homestead would be a good idea, and I also need to fell that owl so I can become a knight.
In talking to many of them, you get the you slowly come to hear their plan that they are literally thinking of ousting the Graft. Some of them are from Ulrichsmund to begin with, and hated Grimmenhagen, the people of Grimmenhagen to begin with. It seems they've never been on good terms.
Yeah.
And in fact, you
Well-
remember first, no, this would only have been Gustav who remembers, because he was the only one there, I think, on the trail. That when
Yep.
the people of Ulrichsmund had a chance to stop at Grimmenhagen and warn them of a pursuing war herd of
They
chaos,
didn't.
they
Yeah.
chose to just not at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
bunch of dicks.
So coming back and giving them a giant middle finger feels really appropriate to them. They don't really have any sort of ethical qualm about doing any of this. But they're doing it one way or another at this point.
Well, I think that certainly the city is too much, and maybe it's worth getting a homestead in some of these areas and starting my own place,
Mhm.
and maybe go somewhere that's not so crazy. But certainly, his plans are.
Oh, yes. They have plans that they can try to rebuild. There's plenty of wood out there as long as they can keep things safe. But to be safe, they'll need the keep. So it's imperative that they take it over. It's just a shame none of us really know how to do this war thing, you know. I don't think anyone except Gerhard, and he's only really helping with the training. I'm not sure he's really in on this. I don't think he really wants
No.
to go back.
Oh,
And Granny
As-
keeps saying that we're all crazy and we shouldn't listen to them, but we don't have a choice anymore. What we really need is like someone to actually lead us and tell us what to do.
I already.
you know,
We could always just
We-
wander over, but I don't know. Keeps are kind
No.
of defensible, I hear.
if we're gonna go out there and do this, then yes, I can lead the command for that. However, I have very specific things I want people to be doing. Oh, basically, yeah. For next time, since it is getting a little late,
Okay.
she will. The idea is, yeah, she wants to set up her own. Maybe not within the city limits exactly, but certainly
Mhm.
close by it in the ravaged areas. Where the land value is low and the need for starting farms and
Half the
infrastructure is
city,
high.
just look at all that yellow. So what are
So,
you? Yeah. So what are you setting up exactly then?
I mean, with the new settlement.
Oh, with the new settlement. Oh yeah, you could definitely just take everything you have and split the city if you want.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
more like, okay, I'll have my. She's a farmer at heart, so she wants
Mhm.
to, and a city like that needs to have farms going.
Yeah.
So, in order to
You could
keep it.
return to your roots.
Yeah,
The farms, of course, you do see the magic literally working in the center of the city these days.
So, at least with
Yeah,
Alexa, she'll also be training kind of like a rota of essentially at some point. But right now she has to first get her. But yeah, she
Okay.
will be a part of the new resettlement of the refugees and kind of
Okay.
take in people to start militia training.
because I
Alright.
will be there too to help with the rest. Like if you have
Uh,
someone to burn.
And I guess just to wrap it up, and if anyone wants to go ahead and peace out, it's just 200 experience. Go ahead and have it.
Yay!
Hey.
Since I know Emmerich probably wants to sleep or something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end it off with Mordrin and Berthold coming back to the city with thousands of refugees
Oh my god!
in tow. Oof. Ah. With the third week going on here, with Berthold returning somewhere in the middle of it, what do you want to try to do this week?
Apparently, I gotta put a hit out on 2 people who fucking didn't do their job.
I wonder who.
Well, you should know already.
Yeah, I know. was joking.
Well,
Alright,
yeah, I was kind of upset there at my 2 hours of failed willpower checks because I was waiting for Vera to show up. I
I'm
was
gonna.
kind of told she was showing up.
Like, at least like from a meta perspective, having those two show up in the middle of that fight, they would have died. They ain't doing that.
They wouldn't have died.
Totally would.
They were badass. Me
They
and
were-
Ark spent a night
Yeah.
building those guys, and they got like 5 minutes of showtime. I spent
Badass!
I spent
First spell!
1,000 gold crowns on them, by the way.
Oh,
First spell, one cast. L place for 10 rounds.
Okay.
That is bad luck on my part.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean,
Just
divine
so-
magic is so much more.
Emmerich press bring up a good point real quick as well. 1 fate point to everyone for saving the city.
Hey.
Yay. And Berthold, what do you want to do with your week right here, right now?
We're just passing through, gathering my
Just
people and
passing through.
going.
You're gonna like grab food, get stuff, and then just head straight out?
Yeah, I got no reason to stay in Middenheim. The only reason to come back is for the 200 plus refugees that I already have.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, Mordrin will deliver the letter to Greybelt.
Mm-hmm.
In all seriousness, though, I will put a hit out on those 2 fucking assholes. That might be an extension of my meta feelings, but the fact that I spent so much time and money on those guys and they got 5 minutes of showtime, I am pissed about them, and they didn't do the job either.
I'll definitely cover it with you in a second too.
So also,
Let's see, things in order. So you're taking all of your people who don't quite have armor, training, or weapons, and just going straight for it.
Yeah, the
Just so I
refugees.
understand.
They also outnumber the people that live in Grimhagen by a fair margin.
Okay, I mean that's also fair. Just being a ravaged horde will totally work too. All right. So we'll go ahead and stop it here with the horde coming back to town, refreshing, and heading straight out. And we
To
will come back.
Grimmenhagen?
Yes, to Grimmenhagen.
Huh.
And that will go ahead and be a week of travel next time.
Alright. See you guys
All right,
next
everyone.
time. Bye.
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 Care.
And I'll only want to just talk with you real quick, Theta, once everything's done.
On stream, off stream, what are we going?
No, off stream's fine.